COVID-19 virus variants could wipe out recent progress in the US, CDC says. Despite having two COVID-19 vaccine suppliers in the US, the country is at risk of losing against COVID-19. This is because of the SARS-CoV-2 variants that seem to emerge left and right. Scientists around the world scrambled to counter these mutations. Although some studies suggested current vaccines still work against variants, none of them could match the power of physical distancing and face coverings. Dr. Rochelle Walensky, director of the US CDC, said, "Please hear me clearly. At this level of cases with variants spreading, we stand to completely lose the hard-earned ground we have gained." The rise of COVID-19 cases is anticipated as variants may prey upon Americans getting lax on health protocols. The more failures in following strict safety measures, the higher odds of choking the healthcare sector. According to CNN, just weeks ago, the cases declined substantially, and then they surged back by about 2% higher than this past week compared to the previous week. The average death slightly went higher as well, with around over 2% increase in the most recent 7-day period. The deaths per day were nearly 2,000. The small percentages of increase in new cases and deaths are enough for the CDC director to urge the public to continue wearing masks and follow public health prevention actions. These actions are what the vaccines need to bring the country closer to the herd immunity threshold. The logic is approximately 75% to 90% of the US population must have immunity against COVID-19, either through natural infection or inoculation. There's hope, however, with a new vaccine player joining the arena. The US FDA recently authorized the Janssen vaccine by Johnson & Johnson. Even though its overall efficacy rate of 72% is lower than the Pfizer-BioNTech and Moderna vaccines, it boasts a high efficacy rate on moderate to severe COVID-19. The New York Times reported that the Janssen vaccine sports 85% efficacy against severe COVID-19 based on data across all trial sites. To boot, the newly authorized vaccine was found 100% efficacious against hospitalization and death due to COVID-19. The public should know that the 72% overall efficacy rate is quite deceiving. It's the rate when every single factor is added into the mix. But what doctors want are drugs that could work on moderate to severe symptoms, and the Janssen vaccine is showing them that.